Boom, Big H back again. Come on, man. 33 and that active. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm dropping straight into it. Yeah. You see this. You hear people talk about this thing called unconditional love. Yeah. I think it's a myth, personally. Now, this is more of an open discussion thingy. I would like you guys to chime in. Let me know what you think. But I personally think that unconditional love is a myth. It's actually a myth, even from your parents. Like, you'd be very, very lucky. Like, there's some people in the world that don't have parents. They either left them or they're with them, but they're not really, they're just there physically. Like, they're not giving anything emotionally. They don't really love their kids. What that tends to happen when they don't love themselves, or they don't love the partner that they made the kid with. But even then, even when you do have your parents in your life and they love you and stuff, I still even believe that there's conditions. They say that your mother is probably the only person that could unconditionally love you. And do you know what? I would say they're the closest person that could unconditionally love you. I truly believe the only being that can unconditionally love you, is the Creator and the one whom He sent, and the helper, and yourself. You are the only person that can unconditionally love yourself. The thing about this here, most people don't love themselves. And I get it. We're all fucked up. We all have things, we all have skeletons in our closet that, we don't want to, take accountability for, or we don't want to relive. We want to just erase it as part of just erase it from our existence. I do get it. But trust me, the only person that can truly unconditionally love you is obviously your Creator and yourself. You are meant to be in a love affair with yourself. You can't even keep Jesus's command if you don't love yourself. I think, what was the two greatest commandments that Jesus gave? Obviously, love the Lord your God with all your heart, your mind, and your soul. That's the first one. And then the second one is love your neighbor as you love yourself, or like you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how are you meant to love your neighbor? How are you meant to love your kids? How are you meant to love your parents? And I feel like love is something that even I'm struggling with. Growing up, I guess I could say that growing up, I could see the action of love in terms of having a roof over my head, being clothed, having food, occasionally getting some games, stuff like that. But I wouldn't say that I felt unconditional love. I felt like it waned a bit, and for the most part, it wasn't really even there, because I wasn't doing the stuff that my parents wanted me to do, the conditions that they had laid out for me to receive love from them. Do you get me? That's like most people. The reason why I say only God unconditionally loves you is because despite all of the shit that you've done in your life, including myself, I've done a lot of shit in my life. I've committed a lot of sins. You have too. Anyone that says that they haven't sinned is a fucking liar. Sorry for my language. Despite all of that, you can tell that God still loves you for two reasons. Number one, you're still breathing. The wages of sin is death. You should be dead. Number one, you're still breathing. Number two, your sins, he's giving you a chance to atone for your sins. He's giving you a chance to atone for your sins, and he's putting you through the discipline for you to become better and to become holier and to become whole, so that you can become the perfect original being that he has made you to be. Trust me, if God did not love you, he would have dipped from you, just like every other person in your life that dipped from you when you did something undesirable. For me personally, I've listen, I know my life. I know my story. I've done a lot of good things. I've done a lot of bad things. When I do my good deeds and whatever, there's people around me. People want to be associated with me. People want to, spend time with me and all of that. People, whenever I talk and I talk positively, people want to be around me. When I make a mistake, when I sin, when I make an error, see how quick people leave your life. Like that. Or let's say like someone, even if let's say you didn't even do anything wrong and someone is just out to do some smear campaign type shit, just rub your name out through the dirt, false allegations, this and that. The people who unconditionally loved you, my slide, my bestie, all of that. Watch them disappear like that. Watch them disappear like that. Trust me. You get into a little disagreement with your friend or with your partner or whatever. See how quick they want to divorce you. Or see how quick they want to leave you. The difference between God, difference between your mother, maybe. Even your mother might leave. But the difference between God and yourself, like you in your body, you can't leave yourself. And it's impossible for God to leave you. It's just impossible. It's impossible due to the fact that he is everything. Including you, including me. God's in me. God's in you. He can't leave you. Even if he wanted to. Even if he wanted to, he can't leave you. Trust me, as human beings, we all have choice. You've done something bad. You've done something undesirable. Trust me, if somebody wants to leave, they will. Unconditional love would be in that situation. They want to leave but can't. Unless you have that sort of friend in your corner, and this is an open discussion. As long as you have that sort of friend or lover or family member or whatever, as long as you have this sort of person in your corner, then how is it unconditional love? Unconditional love is a myth to me. Love yourself. You should have a love affair with yourself. Before you even love your partner, love yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to love your partner properly. Easier said than done. But like I said, I know my story. I know my life. There's a reason why I love myself. I know I love myself. There's still a lot of things about myself that I need to fix up on. But I know that God's with me, innit? I know God's with me. I know there's unconditional love there. There's time. There's patience. There's love. Like, that's there. But before, what used to make me depressed is before I thought that unconditional love was meant to come from outside of myself. I thought it was meant to come from a partner. I thought it was meant to come from my family. I thought it was meant to come from external sources. But I've started to come to the realization that no one can truly love you the way that you can love yourself and the way that your creator loves you. You get me? So yeah, I just need to drop that quickly because there's a lot of people who don't feel loved out there. Listen, you're searching it outside of yourself. That's the problem. Stop searching for it outside of yourself. Search for it within yourself. Have a love affair with yourself first and foremost. Watch everyone else gravitate towards you anyways. And don't be upset when, as you go through life, it's normal for you to have ups and downs. That's the only way you're going to grow anyways. Don't be surprised when during the ups, you're going to have a lot of people around you. And during the downs, you're going to be by yourself. Especially as a man. Women, it's a little bit more... Even women, I feel like... Even kids as well. I'll put women and kids together. Women and kids, they are more likely to feel like they're unconditionally loved. But even they have conditions. Women have conditions too. Men leave women all the time. Men don't even leave women sometimes. They just go out and cheat. And kids, how many kids has been disowned? How many kids have been abandoned? How many kids have been neglected? Even the ones where you do love them and you do, care for them and everything, there are moments in a child's life where even they make mistakes and love is withdrawn from the parents, or if the kid feels like love is withdrawn from the parents. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I personally think unconditional love is a myth. Human to human, human to human, I think it's a myth. But obviously, in the comments below, like, just let me know what you think. If you think differently, if you think the same, I would like to obviously expand my resource pool, tap in with you guys, see what you guys are thinking. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, man. So anyways, that's Big H. That's all I had to say for today, man. I think I'll be back tomorrow. Peace.